Welcome back, everybody. This is Main Machinist Channel. Today I am adding wheels onto my welding bench, and I'm just going to show you my thought process. There's plenty of ways we could do this, and I'll explain why I'm choosing to do it the way I'm going to. So I've got my little welding bench upside down. I welded this together myself, and the thing is, I hate having to drag it around. I don't usually move it unless I absolutely have to, because obviously it's not on wheels. But I have a pull down stairs to the top of my shop building until we can finish building an outside stairwell to get to the top. That's where my wife's going to have a dual purpose kitchen for her business, Chapped Hide. If you haven't gone to chappedhidesalve.com, go over there and order a small sample piece, a lip balm or one of your hand salves. I think you'll like them a lot. We sell a lot of those here locally and online. But anyway, I don't want to have to move this when I pull the stairs down, and this is my welding area. So what I'm planning on doing is, you can probably hear the bandsaw in the background. I want to be able to have wheels on this that are removable in case I ever want to go back to having it flat surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of square stock here, just like we have here, square tubing, and we're going to drill a hole and we're going to mount a wheel here on each side, and then we're going to have one that mounts in around here. Now the reason being for that is I kind of want this to balance out a little more on the corners. I mean, I could just put one here and then one here, but I've decided that I want to have a little bracket that goes over there, and when we're done, I'll still be able to slide my spark catching trash can underneath here easily, and the wheel is only going to come, we're talking like not much more than a 1/16 of an inch above the leg. So if I ever want to take these wheels off, I can go back to having the regular leg, and the wheels won't raise the height, because I like this right around 37 inches. That's a good welding bench height for a guy my height. So I don't want to have it go up higher, and I don't want to have to be stuck with either wheels or the legs. Oh, and I just hear the stock drop there. I grabbed my piece of material. You can see now exactly how it's going to go. We're going to center punch this, and we're going to use a SIP drill press to put a 1/2 inch hole down through. That will have enough clearance for that Harbor Freight wheel. And we're not going to weld that wheel to it. So let's cut the rest of the stock, and I'll be right back, and we'll start fitting things. See, I've got some belt slipping going on with this SIP. It really needs a new belt. For what it is, it works okay. Haven't really had time to do all that. I probably shouldn't even change drills out. I should have just done both at the same time and then swapped over. Oh well. So here's the idea. It can barely clear, but it can clear. And I might even push that in just a little bit more. Yeah, something like that. I can clear it, and this is just barely above there. We'll take a look at this now. So you can see the wheel is at a greater height. Let me hold that flush. Oh, I got a customer coming in. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Now, let's see. See that? We go like this. And it is higher. Actually, it's about 1/8 of an inch higher. So we're good. It's not going to drastically affect my height. I've prepped the material and we're going to weld now. And I'm looking forward to getting this over with so that I can turn my heat back on. Because I have my bay door open here. And you can see it is very cold here in Maine. But I don't want to fill my shop with welding smoke. So let's get this over with. Flip this table up. We'll be using it. And I can go back to doing other things. And you can see we flipped the table back right side up. So what we're going to do here for the wheels is, I don't want the wheel to be able to, the wheel can kind of rock right now a little bit, even though it's a pretty good fit. Remember we were talking about how we drilled it with a 1/2 inch hole, and that was very close to the stud size. So what I'm going to do is, to make sure that I can remove these in the future, is I'm going to tack weld a little bit on this side and the other side. I'm not going to fully weld it. I'm just going to make sure that it's strong enough to stay put. And then I'm going to tack weld this nut part here to the washer. So just so that with the weight of the table resting down on it and some tack welds in around here, that's going to kind of hold this thing upright. And we're going to do that on all four. And what that's going to do is, if I ever want to replace these wheels, I can just grind off the tack weld in the washer and the whole wheel will come off if I have to make an adjustment. That way I don't have to cut into the actual frame of the table and all of that malarkey. So I'm going to go ahead and weld all these in, and then we'll roll the cart around and see how it works. Seems to be rolling around okay, and still pretty level, which I was concerned about that. Not perfect, but very close. Not that I need it to be perfectly level, and it will depend on the floor, because my floor is not perfect. But yeah. Now I'm not going to have to drag this thing around and make a big ugly noise all the time. Now my wife, if she wants to go up to where that part of the building isn't finished, so we're working on it now. And if she wants to go up there to get something or work on something, she doesn't have to drag that and listen to the noise. So she'll be much happier. The legs are very, very close to the ground. I mean, we're talking, like we were saying, 1/8 of an inch or less. So I like that. If a wheel ever fails, it's not going to just, you know, tip over in a monster kind of way. It's going to catch itself. If I ever want to replace these, I can just cut those tack welds off, and I'll be good on that. I can still fit my spark catcher. I don't normally, you can tell I haven't cut on this since I made it. I do plasma cutting, but I usually hang things off the side, so this will remain nice. But anyhow, let me know what you think. What would you have done differently? What other improvements do you think I can make to this? One thing I'm already thinking of is I might add another wheel into that back section there, just for a little more stability and for helping to distribute the weight of anything on the table. You have seen in my videos, I have a lot of air-cooled Volkswagen engines in here that I tear down and part out or rebuild and whatnot. So I do have them up here from time to time. I want to make sure that, you know, it can at least hold 200 to 300 pounds without, you know, having the wheels fail. And each wheel is rated for over 100 pounds. So right now I think we're good. So anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. This is Jeremy, Main Machinist Channel.